Well, Mr. Tewolde, you just flew in on the Dreamliner. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What do you think is the significance of this?
The Dreamliner, as you know, we have been saying a lot of things about the Dreamliner for many years now. So today we got the opportunity to experience what it looks like, what it can offer the customers and to airlines. So I would say to customers, there are a lot of new features as new technology. This is much technologically advanced airplane. Of course, it's 50% composite material, much lighter, and as a result of that, it is more fuel efficient. It consumes 20% less fuel than its category airplane today.
So is that the business case for buying this, for purchasing this plane, because it is efficient, because it uses less fuel, etc.?
Yes, it is a business case. When we made that decision in 2005, we were among very few carriers as a launch customer to Boeing. And of course, it was a business case, a business decision at that time. It will be cheaper to operate, it will be more efficient, and it can fly longer range in its category. For the customer also, it gives more comfort, more features. And we are also in the strategy of operating young airplanes. Today, we have the youngest fleet in Africa with an average age of 7 years.
Oh, that's very young.
Yeah, very young, yeah.
And now, this plane is only operated, I understand, by 2 other companies.
Yes. We are the first airline in the world to take delivery of this airplane outside Japan.
Now, I understand you have a 15-year plan with Ethiopian Airlines, and the target is to achieve $10 billion in revenue.
Yes.
What does that goal tell us about Africa's aviation industry?
Ethiopian Airlines, as you may know, has been leading the aviation sector in the continent of Africa. So this is going to change the way people travel in Africa and in the rest of the world. So our growth is also attached with growth in Africa, growth in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is now among the fastest growing economies in the world. Africa is growing, so we are growing together. And by 2025, the milestone or the strategic plan is to operate 120 airplanes to more than 90 destinations, generating about $10 billion, carrying more than 18 million passengers, 720,000 tons of cargo.
Now, what factors are challenging you? In other words, your ability. I understand, for example, there's a shortage of pilots. Is that correct? And what other challenges that you face in Africa that other companies outside of Africa might not face?
We have many challenges, you are right. The first one I would say is infrastructure, airport infrastructure or aviation infrastructure in the continent. It is not as well as developed as in the rest of the world, so much work is needed there. And we're working with African governments to improve on that, whether it's airport infrastructure or navigational services, air traffic controlling, and so on. The second one, as you said, is brain drain from Africa to developed world, and particularly to the Gulf. So this has been a problem for most African carriers, I think for all of us in Africa.
Now, your company is owned by the government?
Yes, it's 100% owned by the government.
And if and when would it be privatized? Any plans for that?
Well, as CEO, I'm mandated to manage the airline, so it's up to the owner, but I don't see the immediate need to privatize it. The company is doing very well. It's leading aviation sector in the continent. It's a pride of the continent, a pride of the country. So privatization is not a burning issue right now, so it's not our focus.
Is it subsidized by the government?
No.
So totally making money?
Yeah,
for the
totally
government.
making money, yeah.
You apparently are one of the few profitable airlines in Africa and even in the world. So what's your secret?
Many factors, but I think the biggest one would be corporate governance, meaning it's government owned, but totally managed and operated as a private business. So the government has a board to oversee and give strategic directions, but not interfere in the day-to-day operation of the airline. We manage, the executive manage it fully on our own. So this is a big plus, a big success factor, reason for our success.